So in this demo, let me talk about batch invoice processing. Now this app, there are two modes of entering invoices. There is the one by one, whereby you create an invoice per tenant, or you can use bulk invoice process. Now bulk invoice process is well explained here. Bulk invoice, you can do invoice migration. Yes, I call it invoice migration because we are talking about a prior period. For example, you have started using the app now, but you want to import all your invoices from January to end of this year, maybe for record purposes or for tax purposes, whatever the reason. So you can use this tab, import invoices. After you have set up the tenancies, you have imported the tenancies, apartments. Now you can come here and create all your history and have it in the app. Okay, then you put in dates and then you see you run migration. Now when you run migration, remember you have foreign currencies, and those foreign currencies will have exchange rates, so you need to enter the exchange rate here. For you are migrating data for which it needs the exchange rates. So invoice importing. Actually, we are not importing it from any system. We are batch creating them batch for older periods for record purposes. Okay. Now, also on top of that, you can also do receipts. For the same period, you have imported invoices. For it to balance off, you have to also import receipts. Receipts, for example, maybe you are creating them in a spreadsheet. We have a template here. You create a template, you import it here, and then you do what? You post the batch. For example, you wanted the history for last year. You create invoices here in import invoices. After creating it, then you also import your receipts, match them with invoices. There is a template for that. There is a CSV template, and then your app will be updated. So you create invoices for the history, then the receipts, we assume you have them in your Excel, then you put them in a formatted a template and bring them here. So you can have all your data, whatever the period you want, as long as you have the patience and time to bring it here. Then batch processing. So here you are saying use this for normal routine periodic invoicing. So for routine invoices, invoicing, you don't need to create invoice one by one. If you have 10 tenants, if you have 20 tenants, at the beginning of every month or whatever billing period, all those invoices which are due for creation, they will appear here. They will come here, they will appear here. Then you can, for example, if you longer press here, you can edit, you can delete, or you can add other charges. So here, you see, this is it. You can see I have start date from 27th to that. So this one, instead of creating an invoice manually, I can create it here. So here, this is in USD, and I have to enter an exchange rate. This is the invoice from first, from first to that. Then, since it is in USD, I can enter an exchange rate, whatever, say, edit, then I can post. So it is telling me it has posted 3 invoices. So to create invoices, you don't need to do one by one, of which I did a demo. You can use this. So when you post, as long as here the invoices to be processed. It will keep on they will keep on coming here as long as you have not the active tenancies and their invoices you have not processed. But if you are processing every month, it will appear, they will come for that particular month. The moment you process them, the screen will be empty. But here for my case, I have demo invoices. I have a demo data, so that's why they appear in so many. So I can say post, but it's telling me to put an exchange rate. For example, for this, it is in USD. I have to put a rate. Then I say edit. Then I can post. So it is still telling me there is another one which needs an exchange rate. This one I've given it whatever is not in Uganda shillings. It requires an exchange rate. UGX. So this is in USD, which required an exchange rate. So maybe I put 300. I say edit. So maybe I've put everything I can post. Then it is going to feed me feedback. Batch completed with warnings, posted invoices, skipped due to invalid date ranges. Invoice here at the ending. So those two were not posted. Yes. So that is it. Batch, you can import history, or you can do the current invoices. So if this one I don't want it, I just delete. This one I don't want, I delete. Okay. So if I go back to the batch, it will tell me, it will bring new ones. So these are the ones which are to be processed. Whenever, as long as there is invoices or active tenancies and you have not yet billed them, the batch will come. So there are two. You can import your history using this one. Import invoices. If you import, means if you have foreign currency, you have to put in the exchange rate manually, one by one. So you can come here and say edit exchange rate. Here, click here. For that invoice, you can say maybe it was 3 what, and then you save. After that, each one you save here, it will be updated and it will all disappear. Here, batch import. We are also importing the history for recording purposes. And here, batch process is for routine work. Okay.